I've always had a fascination with Japanese hamburgers. It's like they threw out all the rules. What is this? What is this? That got me curious on how it all began for them. Like, what is the oldest Japanese hamburger? And they just seem to be getting weirder and weirder. So I also want to know where they're going. I want to try a Japanese burger from the future. So,
I'm here in Tokyo to try Japan's oldest versus newest burger. They should be around here somewhere.
we're going to try burgers from 6 different Japanese burger places, starting with... McDonald's is obviously not Japanese, but it opened in Japan in 1971.
McDonald's is everywhere, but everyone says that McDonald's Japan is the best in the world, so I figured this is a good place to start.
I tried 2, and a bonus 3rd burger that I had to come back later to try, but we'll get into that in a bit. But I wanted to try some distinctly Japanese burgers. So we started off with the
Teri Tama burger, which I think is a teriyaki burger with tamago, or egg. As I found out last time I made a video about McDonald's in Japan, they like putting egg in absolutely everything.
It's literally just a cheeseburger with egg. The Japanese just love egg.
hey, I like egg, I like burger, so it sounds good to me, but I got a little bit distracted by what came alongside the burgers.
In Japan, you can receive such delicacies such as milk as your drink, and instead of fries, you get corn and edamame, which actually I'm kind of keen for. That sounds delicious. It's good. All right, but not a burger.
The edamame probably needs a little bit of salt or something, but honestly, it's a pretty great offering. It's an alternative to fries if you're trying to get a little bit healthier, but the milk was...
Tastes like powdered milk. It's like rehydrated milk.
And I mean that in the best way possible. Powdered milk was a strangely prominent feature of my childhood, so it's kind of nostalgic for me, but anyway.
Teri Tama. Wow. I'm gonna make sure to get some teri and some tama.
The burger was
Saucy.
saucy, as all Japanese McDonald's burgers seem to be. It was just a hamburger with a metric ton of tangy, sweet teriyaki sauce, a little barbecuey, not so salty that you would expect from teriyaki. And then there's also egg in it, which is exactly what you'd imagine it to be.
Bit juvenile for my tastes. I need myself an adult burger. A manly burger that you can only eat late.
Yeah, so I'm making a joke here. I only realized this when going into the store to order, but they sell a burger called the Samurai Mac, which has a taste that even adults will enjoy. The dish is designed to satisfy adults and is only available for dinner from 5 p.m. It's like some adult after dark special.
What is like that? I'm scared. What does that even mean? What is an adult burger?
But I had to come back later to try that. For now,
I also got a shrimp fileto, which is a fillet of fish, but it's not fish, it's shrimp.
okay, I think I just committed 3 or 4 US felonies in one sentence, so quick crash course that'll clear up some confusion for the rest of the video. There's no beef in this burger, obviously. Some people in some unnamed country might take personal offense to me referring to it still as a burger, despite its lack of beef. And uncharacteristically, I'm not going to fight that fight today. When I say burger, I mean thing that has burger buns. For the record, even here in Japan, they're called burger. So that's what we're rolling with today. And also I'm Australian, so I say fillet. That's not a hill I need to die on, it's just how I say it.
Shrimpo, the Aussie burger, the barbie shrimp. Itadakimasu, mate. Itadaki, mate. It tastes pretty similar to a fillet of fish.
It's a fillet of fish, but with shrimpy bits instead of fish. The shrimp still has some shrimpy chew, so if shrimp is your thing, you'll love it. I had to try the adult burger, so I came back later that night to try the
Samurai Mac. I don't know what old school Japanese business they got going on here, but it's got a fancy line down on the bun. Let's see what that means. I get it, man. That's something special. There's like a smokiness. I don't know what's in that sauce, but they've been smoking that bad boy. That's not like a regular Australian McDonald's burger.
It's smoky, it's less sweet than the teriyaki sauce they usually is. You know, I hate to say it, but I think it actually does have more of a mature flavor. If you can even say that about a McDonald's burger.
Okay, but that was just McDonald's. We're in Japan. They've got to have cooler stuff than McDonald's.
And they do. Later in this video, I'm trying some wild stuff, including a burger that has claws and a burger that looked so terrifying my fiance wouldn't even try it. But if you've heard anything about Japan, I'm sure you've heard about their convenience stores. They're on another level, so I wanted to check out what their burger game would be. So I've come to Family Mart. Family Mart opened in Japan in 1973, so even if they had burgers in Family Mart from day one, which they almost undoubtedly didn't, they still wouldn't have predated McDonald's. Anyway, I grabbed every burger they had.
We'll try out the 4 regular burgers, and then we will finish with the ultimate viral on SNS combo Famichiki burger. I have a very strong inkling that this one is gonna blow my mind. Let's start with cheeseburger. I guess I just...
So I microwaved up this bad boy, and look, it doesn't look like the most appetizing burger, but it doesn't need to for under $2.
Itadakimasu. Well, it's not good, but it feels like ultimate drunk food.
Yeah, it's a bit dry, lacks a bit of flavor, but if you're in the state to not care too much, then it's probably the best $2 you'd ever spent, I would imagine. Fish burgers.
We actually have 2 fish burgers. This one was in the fridge, and this one was on the shelf. I don't know what kind of magic they're working here to make cooked fish shelf stable.
I decided to warm them both up at the same time to compare and contrast. I tried the refrigerated one first. Guys, not great.
Tartar sauce fish and cheese. Tartar. In other words, fillet fish. Filet-o-fish. The driest fillet of fish you've ever had. Now let's see how it compares to the room temp one. It feels softer. Room temp fillet of fish burger microwaved. It's better. The room temp one is better.
Look, it's alright. If you're wanting to get a fish burger, and I can't believe I'm saying this, go for the one that isn't refrigerated. The one just sitting there on the very room temperature shelf.
Chicken cabbage, which I'm very keen to compare to the ultimate Famichiki burger.
If you guys can't tell, I am excited for the Famichiki burger. Family Mart is famous for their boneless fried chicken. It's delicious and juicy, but they also sell just a straight up bun, like just a bun. They intend for you to buy both and combine to create the god of convenience store burgers. And I intend to as well, but we need a baseline, so.
It's okay.
Okay, let's get to the Famichiki burger.
Everything has a cool way to open it in Japan. So this is Famichiki. My only concern is that sauce. My only concern is sauce, because unless there's magically sauce there's magically sauce in here. They thought of everything. Famichiki in the burger. Close it up. There it is. Itadakimasu.
This is beautiful. A medley in your mouth. Juicy, crunchy fried chicken, a soft bun, a bit of a mayo-y kind of sauce.
That's what it's all about.
Family Mart is looking after you with this one.
That's why we do it, folks.
On par with actual fast food joint chicken burgers. Highly recommend. But speaking of, it's about time we headed to an actual true Japanese burger chain. So, Mossberger, Mountain, Ocean, Sun Burger. Opened in Japan in 1972, just 1 year after McDonald's. It also happens to be the first burger I ever tried in Japan back in 2018, and I love it. And it has a special place in my heart and stomach. I got 3 burgers, and one of them is green, and one of them looks like this. I started with the classic Moss, which the website describes. The chilled tomato slice goes perfectly with piping hot meat sauce and freshly grilled patty.
The classic Moss. There's nothing like it. Like, it's actually very different. Tomato and beef, good burger. I like the classic Moss.
It's not like anything I've tried from any other burger place, at least here in Australia. It's tomatoey and it's simple. I think that's why it's good. But then I tried the green burger. It's a plant-based burger.
A bright green, even the buns. I guess they're really trying to drive home the fact that it's plant-based, because the buns are green. And it comes with this sauce, double sauce, which I think you're supposed to go like this. Wild. I think it's like barbecue and like wasabi mayo or something.
Yeah, it's teriyaki sauce and green mayo, which I suppose is just to emphasize the greenness of the burger.
All I can taste is the sauce. It doesn't really taste like anything. The textures are fun, but the sauce is kind of a necessity.
My fiance said it best. It tastes like if salad was a burger. That's probably either your thing or it isn't. Then there's this rice patty burger.
I don't even know what's in it. It's really hot. It's got like fried
onions, I think. I think it's just fried onions. And like carrot, there's a pea in there.
The line here for burger is getting kind of blurred. At the very least, it's a ricey snack cosplaying as a burger. I don't know. I'm not getting any further into burger philosophy today.
I don't know. It's tasty, but it just feels like I'm eating like dinner.
It's nice. It's good, even. But honestly, no matter how hard it pretends, it's not a burger. And not just by some literal definition, it just doesn't taste anything like a burger. It tastes like hot cooked food that I should be eating with utensils, but conveniently, I don't have to. So Mossberger opened up in Japan a year after McDonald's, but what you might not know is that a single burger chain predated McDonald's by 1 year. In 1970, Machida, Tokyo, a humble little burger shop opened up in front of a supermarket. That burger chain was none other than Dom Dom Burger. Oh, you've never heard of Dom Dom Burger? Me neither. But this video is about trying Japan's oldest and newest burger. So I traveled all the way out to Machida on some kind of Japanese burger pilgrimage, and so after a long journey, I've made it to the original location of the original burger restaurant in Japan, the birthplace of burgers in Japan as we know them. I don't think many people know that this is the first burger chain place in all of Japan, so I'm kind of keen to go check it out and show all of you. So I headed in and had a look around, and as I perused, it became increasingly clear that we had a problem. And after some Googling...
Okay, so it shut down like years ago. I think in one of these buildings here, there was like a pop-up shop during COVID times, but it's not here. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I don't know if this counts, but I did find a burger in there.
Just a burger from the... They sold a burger.
I guess you could call it a burger from the site of the original Japanese burger chain.
Itadakimasu.
As I sat there and chewed what is essentially another mediocre kombini burger, I came to a conclusion.
It's fine, but it's not the original burger.
This video is supposed to be about trying Japan's oldest and newest burger. And boy, do we have the newest burger. It's an absolute monstrosity. And that's not even getting into the mysterious jars of liquid the owner had me try. But I'm getting ahead of myself. All of this is to say, I'm gonna try Japan's oldest burger no matter what. But how? How am I gonna manage such a feat? Such a bold task to try Japan's oldest burger when the building no longer exists? What kind of plan have I conjured through sheer willpower? Well, it's a chain, isn't it? There's one in Asaka, which sounds easy. Everyone who goes to Tokyo goes to Asaka. It can't be that far. It's an hour and a half away from Machida. Everyone visits Asaka, but they're not coming from Machida, which is actually kind of a shame. It's a really nice area with lots of shops and restaurants, bars. If you're visiting Tokyo, do yourself a favor, get away from the tourist crowds and go to a city like Machida. But anyway.
I'm here in Asaka, one of the busiest places in the world. That's probably not true, but it is pretty busy. I was just at Sensoji Temple, and there were a couple of people for a Monday, late afternoon in the rain, although I think that was actually pretty good. Anyway, I found it. Dom Dom Burger is right behind me. Now, it's not the same location as the original first ever burger chain in Japan, but it's in the name. It's a chain. They could be the same burger. They have this soft shell crab burger that the Google reviews go crazy for. That cannot be the first ever burger in Japan, but it seems interesting enough, so we'll have to try that. Let's go order. I'm kidding, I've already ordered it.
Yeah, so there was no dine-in option. There was just a gazebo next to it with a couple of benches. So I got my order and went and sat down to see what Dom Dom Burger is all about.
We will try Japan's oldest burger after we try their soft shell burger that everyone actually goes here for. Holy moly. It's like actual legs. It's kind of terrifying.
I think it's all crab eating.
Yeah, look at that. That's his little nippers. All right, you know what they say, legs first. A leg fell on me. I'll just put that leg back in the burger. Well, it's pretty good, to be honest, but...
It's good. It has good flavor, the right amount of sauce. If you want to eat an entire crab, legs and snippers and all, then this is definitely the burger for you. But despite how many times I try, soft shell crab is just not really for me. I think I just prefer crab without an entire exoskeleton, which when saying it out loud feels fair enough, but
I'm more interested to know what the oldest burger in Japan tastes like. It is hefty. There's some solid heft. It looks like an onigiri.
Here it is. The burger. Well, one of two burgers. I'd come all the way to Japan to try. It's in my hands. I'm about to go in for a bite. You know, most of them didn't make the cut, but throughout the course of this trip, I tried 25 different burgers. So you could say I'm starting to get a little bit of a lay of the ham burger. Anyway, here's the moment.
It's like, first of all, it's a Whopper. It's essentially a very tomato sauce heavy Whopper, but better quality, more real burger.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like anticlimactic or something, but it's like a fresh, proper fresh, with real ingredients Whopper, which is honestly great. I love a Whopper. But that is the oldest burger in Japan. But our journey doesn't end here. I took to the mean streets of Shinjuku in search of the newest burger in Japan. A burger from the future. I headed to a bar called Neo Shinjuku Atsushi. Shinjuku is fitting because the city feels like the closest you can get to stepping into scenes from something like Blade Runner or Akira. And stepping into this bar is stepping in straight into that world. It's like a futuristic cyberpunk bar. The owner is in a lab coat. The decor is awesome, but the menu? This is where things get strange. I thought I'd start off with a drink, so I ordered a Dekopon sour. If you're wondering what a Dekopon is, well, it's a hybrid cross between a Kiyomi and a Ponkan, so I'm sure that clears it up. The guy gets to work, pulling out all kinds of contraptions to whip up this drink, and when it's done, he hands me this, which I don't know what happens to cups in the future, but apparently we drink out of IV drip bags now, so we have that to look forward to. The drink is nice, certainly not too sweet, very citrusy, but it could have been a little bit stronger because nothing in the world could prepare me for what is about to come. I ordered a hamburger. That's right, boys, we're going back to the basics. So chicken, fish, crab burgers, just a good old-fashioned hamburger. And how futuristic can a hamburger even be? Well, as I wait and sip on my Dekopon sour, I hear all sorts of clamoring and what seems to sound like a microwave going off in the kitchen, which always inspires confidence. And before I knew it, I'm handed this. This burger in a bag. Also, my stainless steel cutlery is vacuum sealed in plastic, which is simultaneously the most Japanese thing I've ever seen, while also making me even more concerned for the future. What's getting to stainless steel? That means that maybe we don't have access to clean water to wash them? Also, it's a burger. Why would I? Anyway, burger in a bag. Yeah, so as I took this monstrosity out of the bag, it made it abundantly clear why I would need cutlery, which he handed me scissors to get into. Look, single-use plastic is one thing, but this... I'm sure you're all wondering what the burger looks like, and I won't put it off for any longer, but I'm warning you, prepare your eyes. This is the burger from the future. So I guess, eat all the burgers you can now, because, I mean... Between vacuum-sealed burgers, IV drip bag cocktails, and the absolutely insane jars of bootleg spirits the owner is so graciously about to offer me, the future is looking wild, but I cut off a slice and put it in my mouth. It's not bad. Like, it's not necessarily better than any of the other burgers we've tried in this video, but I mean, look at it. What were you expecting? Honestly, it's better than you think. It tastes like a burger. Now, it doesn't have fluffy buns. The meat isn't juicy. There's a serious lack of sauce. It's quite dry, bland. But hey, it's a burger. And when nuclear war breaks out or something, this is all we've got. It'll scratch an itch. The experience isn't done yet though, because I mean, if I didn't have footage of this next part, I would have swore I dreamt it. But the owner handed me a DIY candy making kit thing. We had to make like a dessert fondue set out of powders and water, which was surprisingly difficult, but also surprisingly tasty. I don't know. But then he starts grabbing jars down from the top shelf. And this is where every bone in your body starts telling you to tap out. He starts telling me that every jar has a special something different infused into straight spirits. We've got dragon fruit, some other fruit, I think mango or something. But it takes a turn real fast because now we have scorpion. There's scorpions infusing in this spirit. We have one that I don't think I can show you on YouTube. And then we have the Big Daddy, the Hornet spirit. Straight alcohol infused with hornets. So naturally, he pours me a glass of this one. I don't want to be a bad guest. So I take this opportunity to go straight to the bathroom to take a breather before downing straight Hornet spirit, which would have been a good idea if the bathroom itself wasn't somehow the most insane part of this whole experience. No, because what's actually going on here? This is terrifying. This is definitely one of the strangest bathrooms I've ever been in. So after receiving no comfort from my attempt at stalling in the bathroom, I head back to my inevitable death by hornet liquor. My fiance asks me if I'm allergic to hornets, to which I say, we'll find out, and down the hatch it goes. It tastes a lot like any other really strong spirit with just a little hint of an interesting flavor that I can't even begin to describe. But I have a confession. After 25 different burgers, old, new, green, clawed, actually the best burger I had was the spicy chicken burger from KFC that I didn't even record. It wasn't even for the video. KFC in Japan goes strangely hard, so do with that as you will. I had a mega cozy time in Japan, and if you're wondering why everything seems to be cozy these days, check out this video.